liver, gallbladder, and pancreas aid in digestion? Well, even though the liver and the pancreas also have endocrine function, we're going to focus in this video on the liver and the pancreas's digestive function, and a little bit about the gallbladder. So let's start. The liver, as you can see in this picture here, is partly protected by the bones of the rib cage on the right side of the body. Because the liver is so large, a bit of it also extends into the left side of the torso. The liver is also conveniently located directly next to the stomach, into which it will secrete an important greenish-brown acidic substance called bile. So produced in the liver but stored in the gallbladder, bile is secreted into the stomach in order to break down fats. So how does this work? In order for fat-digesting enzymes to be able to successfully break down these enormous water-fearing hydrophobic molecules in fatty acids, they must be broken down into smaller pieces. So how do they do this? Well, bile takes fat, an enormous glob that might be sitting in a dishpan, let's say of oil that you just cooked, maybe bacon, fat, or something like that. So here's the oil. And what bile does is when you add bile to the substance, it acts sort of like the soap in the dishpan. It emulsifies the fat, meaning it takes the oil and it just breaks it down into smaller globs. Easy, right? Well, that's not where digestion of fat ends, but at least it's a good help. So the liver's pretty important for helping us break down fat. Now onto the pancreas. The pancreas helps with digestion in a few key ways. It secretes a substance called amylase, and also some lipases and proteases. These are all enzymes that break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And they do this by secreting these enzymes into the small intestine. The pancreas also secretes bicarbonate, which is a base. It has a high pH. This bicarbonate is useful for balancing out the acidic substance known as chyme, which enters the small intestine. This chyme is a liquidy greenish brown substance that exits the stomach once the stomach is done digesting its material, and it flows through the small intestine until it reaches the large intestine and gets solidified. So there's the action of the liver and pancreas, but what does the gallbladder do? Well, we talked about that important substance known as bile that the liver produces. Bile is stored, it travels through these ducts into here, the gallbladder. And the gallbladder actually takes the bile and stores it until later use.